Hi students, welcome to Evershine Coaching Center. Myself Faisal. Let me start the chapter Polynomials. Okay. Now, before wasting much time, I just like to tell you people what exactly we are going to study in this chapter. Now, in this chapter, I am going to make you people to study with following things. What are those? That's nothing but I am going to explain you the introduction part. Means what small definitions, basic definitions I am going to complete in this chapter. As well, I am going to complete types of polynomials. Types of polynomials. And as well, we are going to study in this chapter zeros of polynomial and how to find the relationship between zeros and coefficients of polynomial. Next, how to form the quadratic polynomial. Then we also are going to study how to find sum of the zeros and product of the zeros of the polynomial, sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. Based on this, you can expect some application level question also. That question is not there in your textbook, but the question can be asked. But anyhow, I am going to cover in this topic. Is this clear? And then how to divide the polynomial p of x by g of x. We are going to study in this chapter. Is this clear? I am going to cover your entire chapter, complete chapter. Done? Let's start. First, what is polynomial? What do you mean by polynomial? So what is polynomial, students? Can you see this term polynomial? A polynomial is one variable x. It is one variable x is an algebraic expression of the form a naught an to the power of an into x to the power of n plus an minus 1 into x to the power of n minus 1 plus an minus 2 into x to the power of n minus 2, and it goes on. These values will decrease, n minus 1, n minus 2. Are you getting children? So these values will decrease till a naught. So this is also known as standard form of polynomial. This expression is also known as standard form. Please do not forget this. This expression is also known as standard form of polynomial. You can expect one question like what is polynomial? Write its standard form. Write the standard form of polynomial. An into x power n, an into x to the power of n plus an minus 1, see, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. It continues. Again it comes some value till 0. Again it continues with positive values and it ends with constant. Just you need to write this sentence as it is. Now, let me study here. Let me study one basic concept. How to identify which element is this? We can see here 4x cube plus 5x square minus 2. Here 4 is known as coefficient, x is known as variable. Please remember, next to this plus or if it is minus, which term or which alphabet you observe, that only one alphabet will be variable. So next to this plus, x is there. So x is variable. So 4 is constant, 5 is also constant. Here x cube is variable, here x square is also variable. But here there is no x, only number is there. So it is known as constant. This is first term, this is second term, and this is third term. In this, can you identify which are the coefficients? 4 plus 4 and plus 5 are coefficients. So which is variable? X is variable. So in this, both the things, who is having the highest exponent means degree. Who is having the highest degree? 3. 3 is the highest degree. So according to this given question, they may ask you to write the highest degree of polynomial. So what is the highest degree of polynomial? 3. Understood? So degree is equals to 3. Now they may ask you what is degree of the polynomial. What do you mean by degree of the polynomial? The highest exponent or power in a polynomial is known as degree of the polynomial. Whichever the number is highest. Understood? That is known as degree of the polynomial. Next, types of polynomial. We have constant polynomial, linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial. Understood? Constant polynomial is nothing but if the polynomial of the degree is 0. If the highest degree of this polynomial is 0, that is known as constant polynomial. Example, you can see 2, 3, 5. Understood? So these all are constant polynomials. Linear polynomial. Here also we can see 2x to the power of 0. X power 0 means 1. Anything to the power 0 is 1. Understood? So what happens? 2 into 1, that becomes 2. 2 into 1, that becomes, so 2 into x to the power of 0. That means 2 into x to the power of 0 is 1. So 2 into 1, it becomes 2. So that's nothing but constant polynomial. Next, let me come back to linear polynomial. So what is linear polynomial? If the polynomial of the highest degree is 1, that is called as linear polynomial. X plus 2. We can see what is the power of x. Nothing is there means 1. Y. Nothing is there means 1. 3u. U to the power of 1. That is known as linear polynomial. Next, quadratic polynomial. If the polynomial of highest degree is 2, is known as quadratic polynomial. We can see here 2x square plus 5. What is the x power? 2. You can see x square plus 2 by 7x. Forget about divided by 7x. That is, I mean x is there in the denominator, not in the numerator. Don't get confused. So what is the power? In the numerators, what is the highest power? 2. So that is quadratic polynomial. Again 5x square plus 2x plus 4. That is x square. That is nothing but quadratic polynomial. Next, cubic polynomial. If the highest degree is 3. 8x cube, 2x cube plus x plus 1, 6 minus x cube. We can see in these all the three conditions, what is the power of x? Highest, that is 3. That is known as cubic polynomial. Now, very important, very important. This is very important. It means they may ask you, what is the highest degree of constant polynomial? Yes, we all know it is 0. So they may ask you to write the standard form of linear polynomial or to identify what is the standard form of linear polynomial. What is the standard form of linear polynomial? That is a0. Linear polynomial a1x plus a0. Quadratic polynomial a2x square plus a1x plus a0. Cubic polynomial, that is a3x cube plus a2x square plus a1x plus a0. See, 3, 2, 1 constant. It's coming, decreasing. Powers we can see it is decreasing. Can you see this? So this is nothing but the standard form of polynomial. Okay. Next time I ask you the question, what is 0 of the polynomial? What do you mean by 0 of the polynomial? Is this clear? Okay. Now what is 0 of the polynomial? A real number k is said to be a 0. A real number k, if it is said to be 0 of a polynomial f of x, if f of k is equals to 0. If the final answer you can see of this polynomial, understood, f of x, understood, here x I am taking as k, some value will come. In place of x, we are assuming as k. If that answer is equals to 0, that is nothing but it is called as 0 of the polynomial. Just you have to write this sentence as it is, children. Understood? Don't get confused. Now, after this, let me come to the geometric meaning. Geometric meaning of zeros of polynomial. Children, based on this topic, you can expect very important question. It carries 1 mark actually. They may ask you to write the geometrical meaning of these zeros of polynomial. How? Example, we can see here. Let me see this first question. In this graph, we can see we have x-axis and we have y-axis. Any line, any curve, if it touches x-axis, if it is, let it be coming in some or the other way, it is touching x-axis, right? One time it has touched x-axis, again it is touching y-axis also, again it is touching x-axis also, right? So here what we should do is, how many times it touches x-axis, that represents the zeros of the polynomial. Understood? According to this question, we can see this line is not touching x-axis at all. So what is the meaning of this polynomial? 0. In this polynomial, it is touching at only 1 point. So 1 means zeros of the polynomial is 1. It has 1 zeros. 1 0 means 1 answer. Understood? Here how many zeros? 1, 2, 3. Here 3 zeros. Here 1, 2, 2 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times it is touching x-axis. So 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Here answer is 3 zeros. So you can expect the question like this. Now in one of the paper the question has appeared. They have given the question like this. They have given this problem. This question they have asked. Understood? So which type of polynomial is this? Is it a linear polynomial or quadratic polynomial or cubic polynomial or biquadratic polynomial? Like this the options has been given. We can see that it's touching how many times? 2 times. Correct? It's touching x-axis here as well as here. So what is the answer? How many zeros? 2 zeros. If it is 2 zeros, definitely the answer is quadratic polynomial. So you may get the question like this also. Understood? So which type of polynomial is this? That is quadratic polynomial. If we get a curve in the shape of u, okay, in the shape of u, such a type of curve we call it as parabola. Understood? So this curve is known as parabola curve, parabolic curve. That is nothing but parabola. Remember this name. It will be helpful for you. If you see the shape of U shape, that is called as parabola. Now, relationship between zeros and coefficients of polynomial. Children, one very important formula here. We need to remember this formula very importantly. If alpha, beta, can you see this word? If alpha, beta are zeros of quadratic polynomial f of x equals ax square plus bx plus c. Understood? So alpha, beta, these are the 2 zeros of polynomial. We are assuming 2 zeros as 2 zero means 2 answers, 2 values, 2 answers. If alpha, beta are the 2 zeros of polynomial, quadratic polynomial, so what is the standard form of quadratic polynomial? That is ax square plus bx plus c. Understood? So this is called as quadratic polynomial. So we have the formula to find sum of zeros and product of zeros. Sum of zeros means alpha plus beta. What is sum of zeros? Alpha plus beta. So what is the answer? Alpha plus beta equals minus b by a. That is nothing but minus of coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. Product of zeros means alpha into beta. That is c by a. Constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Just you need to remember this formula. So alpha and beta are the zeros of quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so what is the formula to find sum of zeros? Alpha plus beta equals minus b by a. This formula is very important. You can expect in 1 mark carrying question in your multiple choice question. Remember. So what's the formula? Minus b by a. Alpha beta equals c by a. Sir, how to remember this coefficient of x, coefficient of x square? Very simple, I will tell you. See here children. We know that the standard form of quadratic equation or quadratic polynomial is what? Ax square plus bx plus c. Is this clear? Now I told you sum of zeros formula is minus b by a. Now here what is this a called as? Coefficient of x square. What is this b called as? Coefficient of x. Is this clear? Here also we write same thing. Minus what is b? Coefficient of what? This b is coefficient of x. Simple. What is a? Coefficient of x square. Can you see this formula now? Minus b by a. Minus b means coefficient of x by a means coefficient of x square. Same way c by a. What is c? Constant term. C means constant term. C by a. C means constant term. What is a? Coefficient of x square. That's what I have written here. Understood, children? How we want to remember this? Okay. Now let me start the problems. So this is the introduction of this chapter, and I just forgotten one more thing here to mention. Sometimes you may get the question like this also for 1 mark. For 1 mark, children. F of x is equals to 3x cube plus let me say simple question 3x square plus 2x minus 4. Okay, this is f of x. They may ask you find the value of f of 0. Find the value of f of 1, f of minus 2, like that. So what you should do? F of x plus write 0. Where all you see x, write 0 there. That's it. 3, x means 0, square. Plus 2, x means 0, minus 4 is equals to 3 into 0 square means 0. Plus 2 zeros are 0, minus 4. 3 zeros are 0, plus 0 means leave it. Minus 4. 0 minus 4 is minus 4. Simple. Did you understood? Same way if it is f of 1, what we should do? f of x plus 1 is equals to 3 into x plus 1 square plus 2 into x plus 1 minus 4 is equals to 3 into 1 square is 1 plus 2 ones are 2 minus 4. 3 ones are 3 plus, first you simplify this, 2 minus 4 minus 2, 3 minus 2 1. Simple. So f of 1 is 1. So you can get the question like this. Just f of minus 2 means where all you see x, write minus 2 there. Simplify. F of 4 means x plus, write 4. Simplify. Done? Very good. Did you understood, children, this concept? Any doubts with this? Is there any doubts? No. Next question. What is the highest degree of this polynomial? What is the highest power? 2. So degree is equals to, highest degree is equals to 2. Is this clear? Good. Now one more question here. Okay, in the introduction part, they may ask you this question. Yeah. So what is the standard form to frame the quadratic polynomial? If you want to form the quadratic polynomial, here I know the zeros. I know alpha answer is example 2, beta answer is like minus 4. I know the answers. I know the values. Now I want to make the question. I know the zeros, but I want to frame the question. So what's the standard form? X square minus sum of zeros. Sum of zeros means alpha plus beta into x plus product of zeros. So this is the standard form of quadratic polynomial f of x. So what is the standard form? To frame the quadratic polynomial, to form the quadratic polynomial, or to frame the quadratic polynomial if we know the zeros. So what is the formula? X square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. So this is the standard form to frame the quadratic polynomial. Any doubts with this? So this is the end of the introduction part. Okay, in my next video I will be going to continue the next problems. So this video is only the introduction, and next video I am going to solve the problems. I hope you have understood the introduction part. In the next video we are going to continue with the problems of this chapter. Okay, don't forget to like, to subscribe and to share this video. Please try to comment what you have understood, what you have not understood, how much you understood, how much this video is benefited to you. Understood? Let it be positive or negative. See children, if it is negative also, if you are going to let me know, so that is plus point for others. So I can correct myself, or else I can improve myself to give you the better picture. Understood? So if you see, until unless you are not going to comment me, how can I get to know what I am doing for you people? Is it correct or wrong? It is right or wrong? So your comment is very important. Should not forget to comment. Understood? Thank you. Bye bye.